The circus has long been a home for people considered different or unusual. Although often exploited and mistreated, some of these circus freaks shared incredible stories and talents. Join us in this video as we reminisce about 15 real people with unmatched bodies who were showcased in circuses and parties. Performances. Principe Hanjiang. Get ready to have your mind blown by the unbelievable story of Prince Hanjiang, also known as the human snake. Asantaish Asibajis. This guy wasn't ordinary. Born in 1871 in British Guiana, he faced a huge obstacle from the start. Born without arms and legs. But that prevented? Absolutely not. Prince Hanjiang had serious skills. Despite his physical limitations, he was as agile as a cat and strong as an ox. Using just his torso and head, he could move like no one else. He could roll cigarettes, light them, and even shave using only his mouth. Fortunately, this guy's talents didn't go unnoticed. He became a superstar attraction in sideshows during the 19th and 20th centuries. But that was just the beginning. The major leagues called him up when he joined the Barnum and Bailey Circus. People from all over the world rushed to witness his amazing acts. Slithering like a snake, he amazed the circus crowds and the demons. Prince Hanjiang was not just a performer, he was a symbol of courage and resilience. Yes, if he can conquer the world without arms and legs, imagine what you could do. The Elephant Man. Joseph Merrick, known as the Elephant Man, is one of the most renowned figures in the sideshow circuits of the Victorian era. Born in 1862 in Leicester, England, Mary, who showed abnormalities from an early age, developing facial and skin deformities. We believe that is normal. It was noted that he had Proteus syndrome. Merrick, who was smart and sensitive, faced mockery and rejection since childhood, being kicked out of home at 17. He entered the world of Choco. The parallels through entrepreneur Santor, who saw potential in his company. Merrick gained independence through work, but was also subjected to voyeuristic crowds and unethical managers. After being abandoned in Brussels in 1884, he was taken in by Dr. Frederick Travis at the London hospital, where he lived in comfortable seclusion until his death at 27 years old. General Tom Thumb. Ladies and gentlemen, come closer, for it is time to meet General Tom Thumb, the great little star of the 1800s. This guy might have been small, but he had a larger-than-life personality. Charlie Sherwood Stratton was only 25 inches tall and was discovered by the legendary P.T. Barnum at the age of 4. Before Bo, he was the main attraction at Barnum's American Museum in New York. Now, Tom Thumb wasn't just a tiny kid. Oh no. This guy had skills that would make your jaw drop. Singing, dancing, acting, and even mimicking scholarly figures. He was essentially a one-man show, but Tom Thumb didn't stop at winning the audience over.
No American stage.
He took his act to Europe, where he mixed with reality. Yes, you heard right. Queen Victoria herself was charmed by this little showman. Who wouldn't be? And it didn't stop there. Tom Thumb became a household name with his face plastered everywhere.
Involved in everything from letters.
From cards to teacups. He proved that size doesn't matter when it comes to talent and charisma. Let's start a round of applause for the general.
Tom Thumb, the little
guy who made a big impact in the entertainment world.
Tribute
Bride of Four
Puzzles.
On the screen, you can see a quite impressive image, but who is this 4-foot bride?
Legs at last. Well,
it is indeed a mysterious picture, but many online commentators claim this is none other than Josephine Kobe, the four-legged woman from Tennessee. Yes, she really existed and was born in 1869 with a super rare condition called diaplegia. It means she was born with two pelvises side by side. It's not every day that you see a lady
with 4 legs, isn't it?
Nossa! So, what do you think of this extremely unusual wedding photo? Have you ever seen anything like this? Can we say your husband is lucky? Let us know in the comment section below. Johnny Yak. Get ready to meet the amazing Johnny Eck, known as the half-boy. This guy was like no other, with a condition called sacral agenesia, which left him without
Always
legs,
lying down.
super small and not functional, but he did not let that get him down at all. Johnny Heck was a true Renaissance man. Not only was he a performer, but also a magician and a sideshow artist. Despite his disability, he could perform impressive acrobatics. His signature move was climbing stairs and even walking on his hands. But Johnny's real fame came when he starred in the movie Freaks in 1932.
Well then.
He played the role of the
Build.
half-boy to the hilt, showing off his skills and proving he was more than just a unique look. He challenged society's ideas about what it means to be normal and was an inspiration to everyone he met. He never let that disability define or limit him. Johnny, we salute you. Frank Lentini, the three-legged man. Frank Lentini, born Francesco Lentini in 1889, he is a notable historical figure for having a completely formed third leg. Calling himself the three-legged man, Lentino displayed his anomalous physique to astonished audiences. Originally from Sicily, Italy, Lentini was born under exceptional circumstances, and his unique condition led him to travel the world showcasing his unusual anatomy. Lentini not only had 3 functioning legs but also had a total of 16 toes. It's believed that his abnormalities were caused by a partially absorbed twin in the womb. Lentini and his father immigrated to America, seeking opportunities where Lentini was recruited for Giuseppe Magnano's Circus. Like a three-legged boy and other sensational titles, Lentini performed amazing feats showing off the abilities of his third leg. He kicked balls, jumped rope, skated, and even waltzed for the delight of gaping crowds. Behind the scenes, Lentiner is smart and kind despite being treated as a freak. Although undeniably exploratory, the circus provided opportunity and safety that Lentini otherwise wouldn't have. At 21 years old, his success allowed him to buy a house for his family. He obtained American citizenship in 1912 and transitioned to performing in sideshows at Coney Island. Remarkably, Lentini led an otherwise normal life. He married and had 4 healthy children, defying the doctor's predictions. Francesco Lentini passed away in 1966 at the age of 77, leaving behind an incredible legacy of perseverance and resilience. Schilizzi. Get ready to learn all about the amazing life of Schilizzi. She was born in 1901 with a condition called microcephaly, which gave her a small head and some intellectual challenges. But hey, that didn't stop him from living life to the fullest. Schlitzer was a natural artist and found his calling in the sideshow world. With his contagious laughter and playful personality, he became an instant hit. Schlitzer really took off when he appeared in the movie Freaks in 1932, playing himself. Schlitzer wasn't just an item, he was an inspiration. Grady Stiles. It's time for the astonishing story of Grady Stiles, better known as Lobster Boy. Grady was born in 1937 with a rare condition called ectrodactyly that gave him those iconic hands and feet, among other things, in the shape of a lobster claw. But Grady didn't let this unique look stop him. No, he embraced it and took it to the circus stage as a sideshow performer. Grady became a big attraction.
If people don't resist...
I'm looking into your amazing hands, which were fascinating, and we give a C. But
little
life
scared.
wasn't all popcorn and sweets for Grady. Behind the scenes, he battled many personal demons. Unfortunately, Grady's troubled personal life took a dark turn. He had a history of abusive behavior and struggled with alcohol. Things hit rock bottom when he was convicted of murder in 1978. It was a shocking moment that left the nation in disbelief. Yes, Rapaji. Grady's story is a reminder that the circus of life is not always full of fun and laughter. It's a complex journey, and we need to show compassion and empathy to everyone we meet along the way. The Camel Girl.
Meet Ella Harper, whose extraordinary knees bent backwards like a camel, earning her the nickname Camel Girl.
Born in Tennessee in 1870, Harper had a rare orthopedic condition called congenital genu recurvatum. This made his knees bend backward in a profound way, giving his legs a distinctively crooked appearance. Harper's extraordinary legs made it hard to walk, forcing her to move on all fours in a way that mimicked a camel. Although her mobility was limited, Harper skillfully adapted. As a child, she enjoyed playing outdoors, often not minding her common walk. A resilient spirit defined Harper from the start. In 1886, producers came calling, envisioning the profit potential in Harper's unusual legs. At only 16, she began touring American and Canadian fairs as the Camel Girl, often wearing elaborate Orientalist costumes. Posters advertised her as the most astonishing phenomenon in the world. On stage, Harper embodied her camel persona, moving on all fours to the fascinated audiences. Ichthyosis affecting her legs prevented her from standing for long periods.
Human camel toe.
It allowed Harper to capitalize on her condition and build a career. At the peak of her fame, Harper was earning $200 per week. But beyond just making a living, she aspired for more. Harper spoke openly about leaving the sideshow to pursue her education and independence. Such bold ambition was almost unheard of for women in the 19th century. True to his words, Harper retired from the stage in his late teens. She enrolled in school studying literature written in mathematics. Harper essentially vanished from public view, finally living free from exposure. Wong, the human unicorn, prepared to enter the realm of the bizarre, as we're about to dive into the story of Wong, the legendary human unicorn. It all began in 1930, when a Chinese farmer from Manchukuo caught the eye of an expatriate Russian banker. What made this farmer stand out? Well, he had a huge 14-inch horn sprouting from the back of his head. This horned man, known simply as Wong, became an instant sensation. The Russian banker managed to take a picture of Wong and wasted no time in sending
Connect to
it
the
for
internet. Get some
Unplugged
food.
Ripley. Replay always encouraged by
The extraordinary was impressed with Wong's unique feature. He even offered a cash reward to anyone who could bring Wong to his stage for a striking appearance.
noisy. However,
Ripley's wish never came true.
Wong has
Mysteriously,
disappeared from sight.
The public in the early
1930,
1930s.
never to be seen or heard from again.
For today, sightings of horned humans are
Practically non-existent thanks to modern medicine. Potential cases are likely diagnosed and treated. And
before
if they become a real problem. So there you have it. Wong might have been the last human unicorn. Sid Living Skeleton. The 19th century circus freak show tent
Had a lot.
of many extraordinary human wonders that defied the bounds of belief. Among the most remarkable was Isaac W. Sprague, known as the Living Skeleton. His astonishing appearance and unlikely life story still captivate centuries later. Born in 1841 in Massachusetts, Sprague was, by all accounts, a healthy and robust child. But around the age of 12, he began to lose weight rapidly, inexplicably, despite a normal diet. Sprague whispered to just 19 kilograms. Doctors were baffled by their condition, now believed to be progressive muscular atrophy. As a young underweight man, Sprague struggled with manual labor, but his thinness presented another opportunity, the circus. At 24 years old, Sprague joined the famous Petit Barnum to exhibit himself as a living human skeleton. Standing just 5 feet and 6 inches tall, Sprague weighed only 42 pounds in adulthood. The audience was fascinated by his slender yet animated frame. Promotional materials emphasized his thinness through numbers and comparisons to average bodies. Behind the scenes, Sprague challenged the skeletal image evoked by his stage name. Though fragile, he was polite, attentive, and very lively. Sprague married twice and had 3 healthy, robust children. His frail body was prone to accidents and complications from his defining muscles. Although medical science failed him in life, in death, Sprague's body provided answers. He bequeathed his remains to Harvard Medical School, which diagnosed his condition posthumously and compensated his widow. Even after death, Sprague advanced our understanding and provided for his family. The boy with the lion face. Get ready for the unveiling.
It's being an unparalleled
Lionel,
man.
the one with the lion face, the star of the freak show scene. Born in 1890 in Poland, this guy won the genetic lottery with a condition called translate the input document. Gave him a vast lion-like mane for every face and body. Make room, Simba, there's a new king in town. Lionel's unusual appearance did not go unnoticed, and at the tender age of 4, he was sold to a German circus owner who saw potential in this furry wonder. And so Lionel became Lionel, the man with the lion's face. With his mesmerizing mane, Lionel enchanted audiences around the globe. Ishi, dandy is there, but don't be fooled by his fierce appearance. Lionel was known for his kind nature and sharp intellect. Lionel's fame led him to royal courts and high society events, where he mingled with the rich and famous. He used his platform to challenge society's narrow definitions of beauty by proving, but the real charm comes in all shapes and sizes. He is with a lot of hair. He used his platform to challenge society's narrow definitions of beauty, proving that true charm Bush Aninanichi, seen in all shapes and sizes, with a lot of hair. Long live the lion, the hairy girl from Minnesota. The 19th century freak show star in Minnesota was Alice Doherty, known in sideshow circles. With a woolly girl from Minnesota, Doherty was born in Minneapolis in 1887 with a rare condition called lanugohypertrichosis, which causes excessive hair growth on her face and body. Even as an infant, Doherty was covered in a soft, fluffy layer of light blonde hair. As he aged, the hair grew longer and thicker, eventually reaching lengths of more than 8.7 inches in her cheeks and arms. Doherty's unique appearance marked her as an object of curiosity from birth. At the age of 2, opportunistic businessmen noticed Doherty's unusual appearance. She was put on display for paying audiences, presented as the incredible woolly girl. His early introduction to the world of sideshows wasn't by choice and by circumstance. However, Doherty's sunny personality and charm quickly won over the customers. She joked and had fun in front of crowds, letting them marvel at her unique condition. As one of the first recorded cases of universal hypertrichosis in the modern era, she became a valuable attraction. In her teenage years, Doherty went on tours across the Midwest of the United States. Materials
The promotions
as
announced
the main sensational wonder of the time, with crowds gathering wherever she went.
behind the hippo
I hope
lid.
we remain sweet and smart by nature. In her early 20s, Doherty chose to leave the sideshow scene, settling down for a quieter life in Dallas. There, she hoped to live away from the spotlight and free from exploitation. She married a local merchant and focused on more conventional joys.
like gardening and reading.
Doherty passed away in his 30s.
remains unknown. In death, as in life,
Who was treated as a curiosity,
How did you-
with the doctor requesting to study his anomalous remains. However, her parents refused these requests, ensuring that their daughter finally rested in peace. Astes hoje estão aí
The
Siamese. Among the pantheon of horror show superstars, there are two legendary figures, Shang and Yang Ban, the renowned Siamese twins, born in 1811 in a small Thai fishing village. The fusion of the brothers' bodies was impressive. They were connected by a 15-centimeter strip of flesh and cartilage on the outside. Her livers were also fused together, making surgical separation impossible at the time. Discovered by the British merchant Robert Hunter, the twins were hired for a horror show exhibition at the age of 17.
We will not.
Billed as the Siamese twin boys, they toured America and Europe to great acclaim. The audience was fascinated by their unique physicality and incredible coordination. However, Chang and Eng were more than just an anatomical novelty. They were cunning self-promoters, eventually gaining control over their act and earnings. The brothers amassed a considerable fortune and became naturalized American citizens. Withdrawing from performances in 1839, they settled on a plantation in North Carolina and took the Bunker surname. There, the twins continued their tradition of unconventional living. Each brother got married and built his own house, taking turns staying in them for 3 days. Although initially shocking, this arrangement worked well and the brothers thrived. Chang and Eng had a total of 21 children together, significantly contributing to one of the largest extended families in their county. The bearded woman, Julia Pastrana.
Born in 1834 or in Mexico.
She is one of the most tragic figures of the 19th century, known as the baboon woman. She had two rare genetic disorders that caused excessive hair growth and facial deformities. Her husband and manager, Theodore Lent, exploited her by presenting her as a frightening beast. Pastrana, smart and kind-hearted, learned 3 languages and presented herself with dignity despite cruel conditions. She died in 1860 at the age of 26.
Aim,
Together with his newborn
diligent,
son, Lent continued to exhibit Pastrana even after her death by mummifying their bodies for display. Only in 2013, Pastrana and his son received a dignified burial in Mexico. Edward Mardrake. Get ready for a tale that will send shivers down your spine. The haunted story of Edward Mordrake. Legend has it Edward was born into a wealthy and noble English family in the 19th century. But here, things take a sinister turn.
The second
Tattooed
face
with-
on the back was cursed.
Behind your head. Yes, you saw it right. A face that supposedly whispered to him at night, uttering vile and disturbing thoughts. Edward's second face was the stuff of nightmares. Desperate to rid himself of this curse, Edward sought help from countless doctors and spiritualists, but no one
Can provide
to
for
have
you-
a solution, and he eventually sank into a deep state of despair and madness. Many even wondered if aking ban sa lazia kaya na
If his second face was just a
a
hoax,
true medical wonder. To escape his torment, Edward allegedly took his own life when young.
But the
man
legend of
Earth.
Two-Face goes on.
Auf Wiedersehen! Edward Beaupre, the giant. Edward Beaupre, born in 1881 in Saskatchewan, Canada, was a giant, reaching a height of 8 feet 3 inches. Due to a pituitary gland issue, he joined the circus world in his teens, becoming a star for his extraordinary height and strength. He was more than an attraction because of his height. He had a matching strength lifting horses on his shoulders as a part of his act. Offstage, Bupre was known for his intelligence and musical talents, playing both the piano and the violin. Despite his formidable presence, he enjoyed quiet moments away from the spotlight. Unfortunately, his promising career was cut short when he died of tuberculosis in 1903 at the age of 23. Which of these artists surprised you the most? Leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any more videos. See you in the next video.